Your ability to persuade others is one of the most powerful resources you will ever discover. During this eye-opening podcast, you'll join Wayne Sutton as you uncover the secrets of influence based upon science and proven in the real world.
Today's podcast brought to you by sellingyourcoaching.com. Sellingyourcoaching.com. If you're a coach, consultant, course creator, and you are in the beginning stages or you're already doing multiple six figures and you're looking to scale, then jump on board, sellingyourcoaching.com. Now, let's get into the podcast. All right, guys, yesterday we went over how to unpack your IP, your intellectual property. Now, when I'm working one-on-one with clients, we're doing our sessions, I'm going to help you unpack that in a way that's unique, personal to you, with a message that's going to resonate. Now, let's get into something I think is real important today, is setting your first monthly income goal, or maybe your first 12 months. What is your income goal? Now, I know that as you're listening to this, you could be anywhere on the spectrum. I've helped people with, have an idea, and I want to become a coach, and I've helped people doing over 7 figures a month. So let's really look at your income goal. Now, I'm going to come back, and we're just going to go back to some basics. And let's say your income goal. And I'm going to give you I work with so many different people. So we're going to go from the basic income to how to scale. So 50,000, this is one client that came to me. Actually, she had a health and wellness business, health and wellness coaching. They Wayne, $50,000. If I can just make $50,000 a year. So I'm like, okay, well, add 20% to it for miscellaneous. Anytime you set a number, add 20%. Things are going to come up. So $60,000 a year. She said, okay, yeah, 60. Now, for many people, that's not enough. But for her, it was her goal. That's what she wanted, where she wanted to be. So how do we take $60,000 or $5,000 a month? Now, your next person that I help, $100,000. Well, I just want to be at $100K a year. $100K a year can leave the corporate world and go full time. So about $10,000 a month. Again, we're going to add 20%, so we're at $120,000. So about $10K a month. So $5K a month, $10K a month. Now, with many people, $100K used to be enough. Now it's like, Wayne, I need $200K. So again, somebody comes to me and says, Wayne, I want to make $200,000 a year. We're going to add 20% as a risk mitigator. So we're going to be at $240,000 or $20,000 a month. So all you have to do, and this is really, really important, is just reverse engineer your goal. That's it, reverse engineer. So let's go with $100,000 or $120,000, $10K a month. So $10K a month, what does it take to build a $10,000 per month business? Well, if you have a course, some of you are course creators. If you have a course and the course is $1,000, then you need to sell 10 people that course. Simple math, correct? If it's a 2K program, though, you just need to sell 5 people. So maybe a 2K course. Maybe it's a course with some bonuses. Maybe it's a course with some group coaching. 2K. However, if you really have a solution that can help others, a 10K program, you just need one sale. Okay? Are you with me? 10K, you just need one sale. So so you have to ask yourself, do you have a product that is worth $1,000? It's worth $5,000. It's worth $10,000. It's worth $20,000. It goes back to the problem you're solving for others. So how do you know? How do you know if it's worth it? And one of the biggest things I want to talk to you about today, as we get into that, is imposter syndrome. When you let your own self-doubt come into the pricing of your program, you'll naturally underprice and undervalue your offer. This limits your income, destroys your position, and usually the downward spiral that leads to coaches and consultants simply going out of business. So imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which one doubts one's accomplishments and has this persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. So we have to many times look at this as a position of where we are in our life and what you are bringing to the marketplace. So I'm going to read to you a couple of different areas of imposter syndrome. So take notes. This is not for just active listening, but active listening and actually taking notes. First is the perfectionist. A perfectionist sets extremely high expectations for themselves. And even if they meet 99% of their goals, they're going to feel like failures. Any small mistake will make them question their own competence. So you have perfectionists. Then you have experts. Experts feel the need to know every piece of information. Before they start a project, they're looking for new certifications, they're looking for new trainings, they won't apply for a job if they don't meet all the criteria, and they usually are also hesitant to ask a question or speak up at a meeting because they don't want to look stupid if they don't already know the answer. Okay. So you have perfectionists, you have experts. And as you're going through these, ask yourself, which one of these do you tend to lean towards so we can correct it? Now, then there's the natural genius. The natural genius, usually everything comes easy to them. But when they have to struggle or work hard to accomplish something, they think they're simply not good enough. They're used to skills coming easily, and when they have to put effort in, the brain tells them, hey, this is proof you're an imposter. All right, so perfectionists, experts, natural genius. Next is soloist. They feel they have to accomplish tasks on their own. And if they ask for help, they think they're a failure or fraud. They think they're like, it's me, the island of me. Dangerous, dangerous place. And then the last one is Superman or Superwoman. They push themselves hard. They push themselves to work harder to prove they're not an imposter. They feel the need to succeed in all areas of life, work, parents, partners, and many times feel stressed when they're not accomplishing something. Now, I can respect this. Many times I find myself in that area, so I have to respect. If something's not being accomplished, then stress comes in. I have to recognize, is this a season of accomplishment or an area or not? So how are we going to eradicate imposter syndrome? I want you to think about it. If you went back to that, you said, am I a perfectionist, an expert, a natural genius, a soloist, a Superman, Superwoman? Where do you find yourself, and how do you overcome that? So, I'll give you some practical tips today. Grab pen and paper. Grab a pen, a piece of paper. We're going to take some notes, okay? Number one, I want you to write down, I want you to label a piece of paper, a clean piece of paper, 1 through 10. Just make 10 spaces. Okay? And at the top, I want you to put, this is your own kick butt list of accomplishments. These are things that you have accomplished. These are things that you have accomplished. Many people come on board with us. One of the first things I do, even if they're a certified coach, even if they've been coaching, we put them through our certification program. So that's a certification program. Is there any, what else have you done? Write out your certifications. Write out your degrees. Write out any awards that you received. Did you graduate? And did you go to college? Go to university? Where did you? What degree did you receive? What certifications in the workplace? What awards have you received? I want you to write them down, and then I want you to ask yourself, who have you already helped before? Who have you already helped before, paid or unpaid? See, many times people think, well, I've helped this. I have never charged somebody $5,000. I've never charged somebody $10,000. But who have you helped before, paid or unpaid? So right now, 5 people that you've helped, professionally or personally, paid or unpaid. So you should right now have a list of 10 accomplishments, certification, degrees, awards, life moments that you've accomplished. Who have you already helped before? I want you to write out 5 people or 5 organizations that you've helped, paid or unpaid. When I think of paid, I can think of hundreds. But if I think of unpaid, I've helped in ministries that I did not get paid for. I've helped business owners that I've sat down with and helped map out game plans. I've sat down with families and helped map out their personal life, and I didn't get paid for it many times because it was done as ministry, or it was done really just probably out of the goodness of my heart, but I help them. So I need to write that down. What we're doing is we're retraining the brain to say you are worthy. You can get it done. And then many times people go, well, I need a certification. Of course, you do not need a certification to help people. But if it helps you, I'm telling you, or if it helps the people that come to you and you say, hey, I'm certified. So we certify everyone through the International Association of Coaches, Consultants. Okay, hear me now. And so we will certify you through the International Association of Coaches, Consultants, Counselors. We will certify you through that. And it's a valid certification. Sometimes that will help you. Even like, okay, I've done this. It's another. So if you're one of our private clients, says, hey, Wayne, I want to go through the certification program. If you haven't yet, we'll get you through it. Okay. And then also, the beautiful part is many times this is, and because this is the proprietary system we've used to coach thousands, but now you can use the same system. But here's the key: that certificate may or may not help you, it may or may not help the people around you, but it's another accomplishment. We have you covered on that, okay? So now, I wanted to get imposter syndrome out of the way because it's hard to talk about money before we talk about imposter syndrome. So now, let's jump into actually what we'll do tomorrow. On tomorrow's episode, we're going to jump into how to build a business, whether it's 5, 10, 20, or 30K or 100K. We're going to talk about your goal, your fee, your sales. We're going to lay it all out. So be here tomorrow. But today, go back and do exactly what I said. Go back to those list of accomplishments, the awards, the degrees, the people you've helped. Do this exercise. It'll help build your own faith in your own self so that you can go out and help others. This is Wayne Sutton. Go out there, change lives, and get paid well for doing it.
Go to yourpersuasioncoach.com for more powerful resources on how to influence yourself, influence others, and impact the world.